have a look.
Let's look for the sins of the father who was killed. So I don't think it was this. It may have been, but I don't think it was that. Because our character said something about this being the folks that father was helping. Now, were they the sins of the father? We can't speak with the dead or anything. Melkor? Huh. Melkor. It's a famous character in Tolkien. I suppose it's a fitting name for a tiefling. Yeah. I don't know. Let's go upstairs again. Well, there's one thing that I haven't done, and I want to do because I can.
And I can crack that open.
It's crack these things open, yeah. Easy peasy, because only a critical failure is gonna get us. But we may find, you know, the guilty person's chest somehow. I doubt it. It's gonna be full of nothing, isn't it? Ooh. We've seen these gloves before, but that's not what I thought it was. Seraphic Pugilist. Actually, I don't know if it was specifically this. You're unarmed attacks deal an additional 1d4 radiant damage. Beautiful gloves. No complaints. Absolutely none. But the some of these scrolls are pretty nice as well. But none of this is evidence. A bunch of stuff about the hells. Okay, so we have a couple of things to do, since, you know, the next place that I should go to is talk to the Holophant. What was her name? I forget her name. But, you know, the Holophant that was flying around over here. She's in Chares's Caress, or something to that extent. We also have some books over here, but I don't think any of them matter. Be on your guard, mine faithful, for speculation and heretical wandering has spread amongst the broken flock in recent times. If you are offered blood transference, report it to your temple's rector immediately. It shall not heal you. It shall not deliver you. To suffer truly in the name of our Lord on the rack, your own blood must endure. I don't know. I don't know if that means anything, but it's interesting. Ooh. So, yeah, as I was gonna say, yeah, we basically need to switch. We need to get Lae'zel out of the party and get Shadowheart so that we can, well, lure whoever is looking for her and try to figure things out. But let's see. Calls to ban refugee help in Rivington. And there she is. Refugee allegedly slaughtered benevolent Father Logan, Inspector Valyria to investigate. Although it may be related to that. I don't know. Armies of the Absolute massing around Moonrise Towers. The Fist recruits. Only you can protect Baldur's Gate! Exclamation mark. Yep. As I said, the Fist is, or the Flaming Fist is basically the army of the city. As well as the cops. Oh, the Steel Watch. The age of the Steel Watch approaches. The immutable logic and impeccable judgment of complex machinery will pass law without fault and without hesitation. Which is funny, because they're cops, and cops don't pass laws. They enforce the laws. But it is pretty telling of what kind of police state Baldur's Gate is, and always has been, because of the Iron Fist. Why must we risk the lives of those brave enough to accept the mantle of city guard in the fray with common thugs? Moreover, why must we risk the liberty of citizens at the mercy of the vice and caprice of others who take this mantle for ill? Worry no longer as the Steel Watch automatons take to the streets. Cue the same kind of critique that RoboCop was doing all those years ago, although this is a normal critique, but still, yeah, cue that, but for later in the game. On the first day of Tyr saw the world's injustice, though his eyes were blind. On the second day, Torm, yes, was slain and returned to serve the truth. And on the third day, Ilmater wept for all that came before and all that was to come. and that's their iconography as well. So yeah, let's do what I was saying. We need to sleep as well, so we may want to do that. But first, let's say goodbye to Lae'zel.
Chook, you believe you can survive without me?
Yeah.
As you say, do not keep me waiting.
All right. Look at this. Look at this. I can't inspect, but that's a Neolithid as a training rank. That should tell us something about her reception to me eating that thing. Either way, let's say hi to Shadowhearts.
All right. Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Oh, there's trouble. There's definitely trouble. There's also you needing to be over here for one, but also, yeah. Oh, I brought some extra stuff. Doesn't matter. That's Lae'zel. All of this equipment that you need to equip. Perfect. And now to level her up. She looks very menacing on those clothes. Very menacing. Her hair does suit her, I would say. It's a nice contrast with the makeup. Well, makes her makeup stand out more, but either way. We have, which is, you know, the video game makeup, but still. Level 5 slot unlocked. This is level 10, so it is the only level up she has. Divine Intervention. You can cast Divine Intervention to invoke your god's aid. Once used, this can never be used again. What? Call upon your deity in your moment of greatest need. Once they interfere, your deity will never do so in this manner again. What? What? Well, I'm saving that for the final boss. I didn't know that was a thing. On level 10 you get that? That's brutal. I hope it's not like it heals you for 20. Or something like that. Let's see what cantrip we get. Maybe resistance. Maybe Produce Flame would be good. Light until a long rest. Well, let's do that. And it's more useful. And then Planar Binding instead of Freedom of Movement. She has other things at level 4, so I don't think I need Planar Binding. I need perhaps Animate Dead. It's cooler, right? Yeah. Yeah. And I could even set her up to be that sort of combatant, but we're not gonna. Also, her portrait is not correct. She has black hair on her portrait. Her hairstyle is correct, but the hair is not. Okay, well, we have...
I'll go this way.
That's interesting. The game is gonna fix itself, don't worry. Although, maybe we can fix the game. Can we access... I don't think we can, but can we access the magic mirror that exists somewhere in here?
No use. Not right now, at least.
Well, that's that taken care of then. And we are ready to go for one, but also... Let me just talk to everybody, see if anybody says anything.
Another step forward.
My favorite traveling companion.
Are you worried about Cazador finding out you're back?
I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
And how will you strike, exactly? He won't be alone.
Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better.
Uh-huh. Really enjoy killing him is part of the plan, mind you.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
Really, has it been that long since you were here? What are you hoping to find there, again?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it.
Okay, that may mean I want Jaheira as well in the team. Are we about to say goodbye to Karlach? Actually, let's read the objectives here. So, the Wizard of Waterdeep wants to learn about the Netherese crown in Baldur's Gate, Sundries. That's inside the city. It's going to take a while. So, yeah, he's being kicked out. Cazador's Place. We can now look for other spawn that Astarion mentioned before. We may also want Astarion with us. We should look for them in the taverns and flop houses in Worm's Crossing. Okay, yeah, we're getting Astarion as well. Dang it. Karlach and Gale are gonna leave. Which is okay, because that means I don't need to sleep, well, if nothing happens. But things may happen. Anyway, let's say goodbye to Gale.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
I question it too.
I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
I question it too. But let's say hello to Jaheira.
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
We are.
As you wish.
And she's leveled up already, so I'll just give her some equipment. But let's continue reading the journal here. Because the Blade of Frontiers. Wait for Mizora to be in contact. Okay, I think that's fine. Lae'zel is eager to speak to Kithrath Voss at Cheres's Caress. Okay, she needs to come with us as well. But at least we know who it is. So that's gonna take care of that. And I think I'm gonna do the same with Astarion and the High Harper. Yeah, it's just that specifically for Jaheira with the doppelgangers, Shadowheart with the people, and these two, I think they're probably good on a first journey through the crossing, because that's the big thing into the castle. I think it's probably a good team for that. And that way, whenever we see the specific quest objectives for the specific companions, we can switch out Karlach or either one of them, depending on the situation. Alright, Shadowheart will have the helmet that makes her immune to crits, the cloak that allows her to deal acid whenever she attacks, actually whenever she takes damage, armor that makes her, it's the same as Lae'zel. I am giving her reverberation whenever she deals radiant damage, though that's pretty good, and I am also giving her Misty Step. These two rings are interesting because they are good against enemies that are eliminated. She will be using that. She also will be using Ketheric's Shield, which adds +1 bonus to spell save DC on spell attack rolls, which is pretty awesome, and also Shield Bash, which, as far as I understand, does not work. For Jaheira, she has the thing that she had before on her head, and 8 temporary hit points whenever cast a spell in melee range. The very, very amazing armor that Karlach was using for a while. The saving throws that cause creatures that take poison damage to be poisoned. The amazing boots of being not fallen or anything like that. We also have the deal damage whenever ranged spell attack is dealt, and 2 reverberation. Or rather, a ranged spell attack that does damage does 2 reverberation, and then these 2 rings that she had already before. So, that's that. And we're sleeping.
Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are Hasharlok, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlok, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great Dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
I'm gonna keep silent. Do I want to keep silent? No. I mean, I am pretty sure she's not gonna fall for Vlaakith's lies. But I'm gonna say, stand your ground. Don't fall for Vlaakith's lies.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Man, the voice actress sounded angrier than the angry goddess frowny face. Wow. I was certain. I was certain that she wasn't gonna fall for that, but it's also like we kill Orpheus, we die, so.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
I can consider Lae'zel's past and present. What is the true source of her resentment? I thought it was obvious why she feels bitter. Because she's losing everything. Like, just because it's right that she lost her whole past doesn't make it not that she's not losing her whole past. She's still doing that, and that sucks. I'm gonna consider that, yeah. 10. Let's go. All right.
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Yeah. You're grieving the future you'll never have. Vlaakith took everything from you.
How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything. I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm moored to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. I am known and honored by you, the source of my bruises. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another.
Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward.
You've been quick to pledge yourself to Orpheus's cause. What about your own needs and wants?
Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
All right. I wonder what Emperor is going to say about it. Blackith promised to make you back to Vaklaf. Sounds impressive.
Vlakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlakith I has a Bart to Vlakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
Yeah. What next?
We find Voss at Shares's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus tough Kinazin.
Wait a minute. We couldn't have retrieved the prince? That's right. I forgot. Did I forget about that? Did Voss... Well, I didn't trust Voss, for one. But mostly because she also didn't trust him very much. We probably should... I don't know if I should have the... I'm gonna go grab the item that I put in my pack here at camp. All right. Is this a good time to talk about us?
I'm listening.
Can we kiss?
Here. Now. If it weren't apparent, it should be. I'm not keen on such outward displays of our flesh bond.
All right.
Good.
So. Let's grab the thing. This stuff is full of super powerful stuff in here. Don't worry about it. It's all normal. Where is that? There it is. The Quanith Psionic Detector. We may need it for other things as well. Let's put it in the bag. Well, actually, this may be bugged. The script may not check my bags. So, I'll keep it over here, and we'll see how that goes. But let's talk to other people.
I brought my own paring knife.
Kitty!
Please, don't look at me.
It's so cool. As a character, as a cat, it's just a skitty cat. Or skittish cat.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not. She was very loud.
I know, right? Oh, Karlak. Oh, shit.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods.
You don't think we'll find a cure?
With this heat going, I can't spare the energy to think. I just want to enjoy whatever's left of this life of mine. Anyway, it could be worse. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, with who I'm meant to be with. How many people can say that?
Amen to that.
Damn. It can't have been easy for Lae'zel to stand up to Vlakith like that. But there's nothing that woman can't do.
There are things that she can't, but maybe right now she can't, and then the time will come. Astarion.
So, Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
Well, your fight will come. It will come.
Vlakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort.
Yeah, those probably work as well. If we're honest. I wonder, I'm gonna save because we may be about to waste this. We have looked and seen that this moves, right? And I'm assuming that's just because that's the way the game does it. But also, it's a different portrait, which, again, I assume it's what the game does. But we have Basilisk Oil somewhere in here. We also have spells for greater restoration, but, I mean, we may as well this. Oh, wait. Why is it administer Gilladel? No. It's not. Is that how it works? It is. Invalid target. Just look at those cheekbones. Wait, what? Gazing upon this depiction of themselves will bless the owner of the statue once per long rest. What? I paid 5,000 for a bless. Can I gaze? How do I do that? What? Maybe it's applied on rest or something. I don't know.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlakith. But all things considered, good for her.
I know, right?
So, it seems that Vlakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone.
Her backbone is the bonest of backs.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
No, she won't. And that's one of the reasons why I should have her in my party, but I don't. But we'll do that in due time. We'll definitely do that in due time. Now, time to sleep. Emperor?
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his Netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but it was pretty obvious what they were.
I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome.
You seem troubled.
An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else.
Someone from your past?
Indeed. Duke Stelmane.
Oh, she died.
Or as I knew her, Berlin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you.
Was it more intimate?
In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone.
Were you controlling her, I wonder? In a way. Although he's not controlling me, as far as I know anyway. Well, objectively speaking, he's not, because we can kill him. Those are options in the game. Well, actually, I don't know, but I assume they are. I am sorry for your loss.
I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach. And not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people.
Yeah, the rules I don't understand. Apparently, so souls, I was informed, souls are basically what allow prayer to power the gods in their astral planes. And so whenever a being with a soul, and the more powerful the soul, the better, but whenever a being with a soul prays to a god, it lends that god a certain amount of power. And this is actually a little bit of the plot. It's not the whole plot, actually, though. It's a little bit different. But it's a little bit of the plot of Mask of the Betrayer, one of the expansions, the first expansion, I think, for Neverwinter Nights 2. And a really, really lovely RPG as well, by the way. High level D&D 3.5, I think it is, but still, pretty awesome. I think it starts at level 20. Maybe it starts at level 15, goes up to level 20. I don't remember. I think it is. I think it starts at level 20. Either way, some incredible characters, some really, really good storytelling, but really complicated lore-wise in terms of the influence of souls and prayer and belief, because it's a game that tries to allow the player to make choices, tries and succeeds, in fact, the player to make choices based on rules that are very, very specific to the setting. So he's saying that apparently things without souls can't feel anything. That's what people think, but you know, things without souls just can't really lend power to gods. And that's what Whiskers, not his name, what's his name? Withers, that's the one. That's what Withers was saying whenever he said that the Chosen are amassing an army of Illithids that can't power gods, even though they're basically doing their own gods' will, effectively. Well, I'm gonna give the Emperor's hand a reassuring squeeze. It's gonna be a squish.
You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept just a touch of illithidness. Not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
Should be fine. I have a little bit of inspiration. But I can't turn into an illithid. The missus would kill me. You know how it is.